I got your bitch. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. They are to be ashamed. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Look at here. There you go. They're out here sharing marijuana. Look at here. There you go. The same old nasty ass people from last week. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Corner doing dope. 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 Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Look at here. There you go. They're out here sharing marijuana. Look at here. There you go. The same old nasty ass people from last week. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Corner doing dope. 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 Corner doing dope.
Make it clap. Make it clap.
Live from the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat, written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack, featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
What's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is Thursday. What the fuck is this? Thursday, July 10th, 2025. And this is episode number 962. Yeah, 962 of Barry on Deck. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the program. Hey, hello. Hi. How you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I hope you are having a fantastic day wherever you are, however you're joining the program. As for me, busy as usual, late as usual. I don't even know why we have a start time anymore. Just might as well call it 3 o'clock. Pretending like this show is going to start at 2 anymore is ridiculous. I still want to start at 2. It just never seems to work out in my favor. Busy stuff gets in the way. And as much as I try to get everything done in time, it never seems like there's enough hours in the frickin' day to get it all done. But some days we get it going early. Some days we don't. You know, some days we kick off at 2:30. Sometimes we get going at 2:15. One couple times recently we got going at like 2:05. What? So you just never know. The start time is what the start time is. I think we're all used to it by now. We're just rolling with it. But I hope you're good. Hope you're having a good day. We got shit to talk about. Lots of stuff. Mr. Friendly's hilarious. I remember 10 years ago when Barry was 58. This must be another ESPN 97.5 chat troll. That's what this is. I can tell right away. Just based on that one comment, I can tell right away that that's an ESPN 97.5 chat troll. 100%. That's what that is. Guaranteed that's what that is. So, okay, have your fun, fella. But no, we got a ton of stuff to get to, including, I want to address something that I saw right before I came on air. That as I don't know why I do this, by the way, but I always brush my teeth. It's this weird thing that I do. I always brush my teeth right before I go in here. I don't know. It's this weird. I've told you guys in the past, I have this weird habit of overly brushing my teeth. I brush them probably 5 times a day minimum. Like when I used to exercise a lot, I would always brush my teeth before I would go for a run. Obviously, I don't run. Hey, well, safe travels, CC. Lurk driving to Austin. Well, love you too. Be safe on the road, please. Very safe travels to you, my dear. I always brush my teeth before before the show starts. And I don't know why that is. It's kind of a weird thing I do. This got turned. Oh, it's got to be squared up a little bit there. There we go. Yeah, that's better. But I was right before I went live. I saw a tweet from Vanessa Richardson. It kind of got my goat a little bit. We're gonna talk about it, okay? I tried not to cast aspersions, but some feelings might get hurt. That's all I'm gonna say. Some feelings might get hurt today. But it's whatever. So we'll get to that. Just remind me. In fact, I'll remind myself. I'll go ahead and just open that bad boy up and put it in a tab so as to not forget to do that. But you can see all the topics for the day. There they are over there. In case you didn't see it, Cece, I'll put it on the screen for you. Cece said, "Don't think I didn't see that, John Dorier." Cece on vacay? Say it ain't so. Yeah. Well, there's the topics over there. I got real specific for you. Today's headlines: MLB Craziness, NBA Craziness, NCAA Craziness, and Craziness. There's a lot of craziness going on in these parts of the world, and figure we get to it all. We didn't get to the headlines yesterday. Jen! Holy cow. Jen just resubscribed for 40 months. 41 months, my bad. Go, girl. Thank you, Jen. Also,
heck yeah!
Love Jen. One of my favorite people. Fuck the Cleveland Indians. Guardians, whatever. Fuck the Guardians. Jesus. What a sweep. You got to be feeling good if you're a Guardians fan. Astros fan? Not so much. What was that? Of course, when your lineup is dependent on guys named Hummel, you're fucked. They're just down to guys named Hummel. And Trammel, Thamel, whatever it was just like, Jesus, this is, I never thought that, geez, when, what's his name? Whistle Britches out in center. When, why am I drawing a blank on his name? Oh my God. I just went blank on the, oh my God. Okay. I'll just pull it up. It is just faster for me to pull it up. Myers. I never thought that I would miss Jake Myers. I kept thinking Marisnik. I don't know why. It was so close. Jake Myers, Jake Marisnik, same thing. Although Jake Myers has actually proven he can hit a little bit. Because he's sustaining it for half a season and not 30 days or less. But I never thought I would miss Jake Myers. But my God, when your lineup is relying on guys like Taylor Trammell and Cooper Hummel and a dude named Short that plays it short, and it's just like, man, what the fuck? It's bad. It's bad. It's bad right now. So this is just where they're at. And you're certainly not going to get any, you're certainly not getting any sympathy from anybody around baseball, like the Dodgers or anybody else. If you just play through it and deal with it, and that's that. Christian Walker should be back soon sorry, my mustache hair is curling up into my nose. Christian Walker should be back soon. He was out for paternity leave. I think he returns for the Rangers series, if I'm not mistaken. But they're missing some folk. You know, Jeremy Pena he's an all-star. He's a big bat that's out. Yordan Alvarez is a big bat that's out. Now you've got Myers, who's probably going to hit the IL based on the way that he walked off the field. That's purely speculation, but that was not good. So not great. And then even some of the guys that you've brought up to, replace some of these cats. I mean, DeCenzo and Rogers and Guillermo. Guillorme, they're all on the IL. So it's just been, you've got Chaz that's out. It's the depth that they have had to go to into their farm system. It's pretty bad. And so, which makes what they've done as of late pretty damn spectacular. They weren't going to win every series. I'm not concerned about them dropping 3 to the Guardians. It's whatever. If they drop 3 to the Guardians, that's fine. I mean, the difference, I guess, Mimi said, where did it go? Yeah, if we feel bad, how bad did the Dodgers feel? Exactly. Yeah, Jared Taylor said Guardians greater than the Astros, greater than the Dodgers. The difference, I think, is I don't know what a treasure train is. I have no idea. Oh, unlock a limited time 35% off gifted subs at level 5 during this train. I have no idea. Unlock emotes. Oh, and it went away. Okay, what the fuck? Hey, Chris, thank you for resubscribing. This is crazy. It says Chris resubscribed for 30 months at tier 1. They've been subscribed for 29 months. Huh? How? That math ain't mathin'. Chris resubscribed for 30 months. They've now been subscribed for 29 months. The fuck? That math don't math. I don't know what's going on, Chris. That's weird as shit. Oh yeah. Well, no, the gift would count though. I don't know. Look, fact of the matter is, don't feel bad for your Astros. You got a big lead. With all the injuries, they haven't lost a lot of ground. But I was encouraged. I was a little worried when I saw to quote a famous sports philosopher, Jim Rome, who used to call it the fish wrap newspapers. I saw them when I showed you yesterday. They were like, wow, the Astros are going after a left-handed, or they're going after starting pitching. I was like, what? What? No, they need a left-handed bat. Apparently, Dana Brown has come out and said unequivocally they're going after a left-handed bat. They would prefer it be at second base. I was like, oh, thank God. That's exactly what I said yesterday. Oh, thank God there's a voice of reason out there, not just some moron out there on a typewriter that doesn't actually follow the Astros. So that's what you get sometimes when you follow national media that doesn't actually follow this team. But yeah, there's just not, I showed you yesterday, not a ton of options. I'm sure they would love to get a left-handed bat at second base so they could put Altuve at left field, and that solved that problem. Because remember, we talked about, you get a left-handed bat at second base, Altuve can float between the 3 positions of left field, second base, and DH. Yordan can float between DH and left field. That second baseman can, do second base and DH, and it solves a lot of problems between the 3 of them. Because if you go out and get a left fielder that, is a left-handed bat, well, they're limited, but maybe they can play right field or center field or something like that. I mean, look, ideally, Jarren Duran, he played center field for the Red Sox. So if Jake Marisnick's injury is significant or long-term, then maybe that's a solution. I don't know. We'll see. Fact is, they need a left-handed stick. So, that's that. Also, which, hold on. Oh, shit. I think we looked at that yesterday. Never mind. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. DJ LeMahieu was designated for assignment by the Yankees. So he pissed them off. They pissed him off. He's angry. They're angry. So they just said, get the hell out. So that was pretty wild. Some other goings on. In fact, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's just get to our headlines, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do some headlines, and then we'll get into the rest of the shit. These are from yesterday because we didn't get to them yesterday. It was mostly just like a hodgepodge of nonsense and tomfoolery. So we'll do yesterday's headlines, and then we'll get into the rest of the show. Come on! All right, here's your sports headlines for the day. Your team sucks when one of the best players to have ever played for it doesn't want any ownership in it. Your organization is trash. Your organization is ass when you can't get the quarterback that led you to a couple Super Bowls to buy in. That's crazy. That's crazy. Eli Manning passes on an opportunity to buy in ownership stake in the New York Giants. Said it was too expensive. Let me tell you something. Now, I am not the smartest businessman in the world, okay? I like to consider myself somewhat business savvy. I spent several years in the corporate world before I got into the entertainment world and radio. I was in sales for many years. I'm a serial entrepreneur who have started several businesses over the course of my adult life, and in high school and whatnot. I'm somewhat business savvy. I don't have the best follow through. I would say one of my greatest attributes is self-sabotage. So we can character flaws aside, when it comes to like running a business or, just understanding business, I got a pretty good grasp of it. Execution, it's where I need help. I'm not the best at it for a myriad of reasons, of which we won't discuss: ADHD and self-sabotage and procrastination and whatever. But there's one thing I learned about business and sales and all of the shit that goes into it. When people tell you no, when people won't buy your product, when people won't spend money, it's because they don't see value. If Eli Manning is saying it's too expensive for me, that just means he doesn't see the value in the New York Giants. If he saw value, if he felt like the franchise was quote unquote worth it, he would do it. If it was worth it to him, he would do it. But the problem is, he doesn't see value in the franchise. Because if you think about it, Forbes valued the Giants at $7.3 billion. Who in their right mind would want to invest in the New York Giants at that number? But if I said to you, I value the Kansas City Chiefs at $7.3 billion, you'd be like, okay. It makes it interesting. It's a decent number. He said, quote, basically, it's too expensive for me. These numbers are getting very big. A 1% stake of something valued at $10 billion. It turns into a very big number. I love the Giants, and I think it's deserving of that valuation. There will be people that want to go for it, and I was kind of along for the ride. Manning, a two-time Super Bowl MVP with the Giants, whose number 10 is retired by the team, said becoming involved in ownership also would create a lot of conflicts with his current projects. Oh, really? Including his role as a broadcaster with ESPN. It really was a matter of some complications with the fact that I'm doing broadcasting. I wouldn't be able to talk to the players. I coach in the Pro Bowl. I do a high school football camp where my college guys come. There would be a lot of conflicts, and it was going to affect my day job. So I kind of had to pull out of the Giants deal. Well, would you looky there? Let me translate that for you. It's not worth it. It's not fucking worth it. Owning a piece of the Giants isn't worth it because those other things mean more to me. There's no value. There's no value in saying he's an owner of the Giants, even at 1%. So, again, it comes down to value. He doesn't see it. And I don't blame him. I mean, that is a lot of money. It says the Mara and Tisch families each own 50% of the Giants. John Mara and Steve Tisch have been in control of the organization on behalf of their families since the death of their fathers in 2005. Bob Tisch, Steve's father, bought 50% of the Giants for approximately $75 million in 91. Tim Mara, John's grandfather, founded the team in 1925. Are you ready? For $500. What the fuck? Tim Mara, John's grandfather, founded the team in 1925 for $500. Not 500,000, not 500 million, $500. I think I have $500 in cash in the house. I don't, but some people do. That's crazy. Now, granted, in 1925, $500 was a lot of money. I wonder how much that is in 2025 years. How much money? Let's see. How much was $500 worth in 1925? Let's see. How would I ask that? How much is $500 worth in 1925? $500 in 1925 is equivalent in purchasing power to about $9,184 today. So it's 100 years old. It's an increase of $8,684 over 100 years. The dollar had an average inflation rate of 2.95% per year between 1925 and today, producing a cumulative price increase of 1,736.94%. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. Alex said you can't even get $5 for the stank ass Rangers team right now. Oh, well, that's. I could see temporarily being cash poor broke not being worth it. Yeah, Jared said buy low, sell high. New York is low. KC is at its peak. Yeah, I don't know if New York is low, though. What up, Mina? I don't know that New York is low. Let's see. NFL franchise values. Let's see if we can find our rankings. So here's the Forbes, and then there's CNBC. Forbes list. Cowboys are number one, obviously. That's just perpetual. There's no denying that. Cowboys are number one at 10.1 million. Rams are number two at 7.6. Patriots are three at 7.4. The Giants are four at 7.3. Jets 5 at 6.9. So the Giants holding steady at number 4. This is as of August 2022. Now, CNBC did an evaluation in 2024. Oh, you gotta allow ads. Kiss my raggedy ass, you dirty bitches. So now you can flood my goddamn. Giants worth $7.85 billion. Debt as a percentage of value. Man, look at the Rams. 44%. Debt as a percentage of value. Rams worth $8 billion. Back in 2022, they had them worth 7.6. Cowboys were worth 10.1. They're now worth 11. Patriots were worth 7.4. They're now worth 7.9. Giants were worth 7.3. They're now worth 7.85. Wow. Revenue $723 million. It's not too bad operating at debt as a percentage of value at 6%. Not bad at all. It's pretty lean. At 3%, 6%, that's not bad. I mean, when you see those double digits, that's when you want to worry a little bit. Man, look at the Chiefs. 1%. 1%. Look at that. 90 million. Man, that's great. But their value is only $6 billion. And I say only. Chiefs only worth $6 billion. Crazy, but the Texans are worth more than the Chiefs at $6.3 billion. Look at the debt. 0%. 0%. No other team operating in that manner. The Texans, the only team that are not in debt, that don't have. Wow. That's pretty crazy. And the biggest debt would be the Rams. Followed by, what is that, 18%? Yeah, followed by the Raiders, then the Commanders, then the Chargers. Yeah, pretty wild. But this just shows you the top 9 teams in the NFL are worth at least $7 billion or more. Wow. The lowest ranked team is the Bengals. They're worth $5.25 billion. I'm kind of surprised a team like the Cardinals or the Bills are worth more. Which, by the way, I don't know if you heard this. You can file this under craziness. I saw an article that talked about Trump's immigration / border policy actually having a pretty significant effect on Bills attendance. They said that Buffalo Bills have about 9,000 season ticket holders who are Canadian. Who, because they're so close to the border, that about 9,000 of their season ticket holders come in weekly or for every home game from Canada. And with everything going on, with Trump saying he wanted to make Canada the 51st state, and then all of the tariffs and everything else, there's been some significant backlash. Obviously, if you watched hockey, Canada's not America's biggest fan right now. They took all of the, American whiskeys off the shelf. There's been a lot of backlash in that regard. And the Bills are seriously concerned that they're about to lose 9,000 season ticket holders or thereabouts. And not only that, but those that do stay, they're concerned that it's going to be difficult to get them to and fro. So it's wild. Sometimes, we hear about the old shut up and dribble, stick to sports. Don't bring politics into my sports. And, you guys have told me and have expressed your lack of desire to talk politics on this show. But it's wild that sometimes politics does have a direct effect on sports. Pretty crazy. Pretty wild. Never would have guessed that. Never would have thought about that. But when I saw that, I was like, oh, wow. So there's a little concern there. All right. Let's see here. That was, we got a little off in the weeds there on that, but take a look at that. For the All-Star game, which is coming up in next week. Next Wednesday, I believe. When is the All-Star game? I think it's the 14th? 15th. All-Star game is the 15th. MLB plans to use the ABS challenge system for the game. And if you're not familiar with that, that's the automatic balls and strikes. So I think this is their way to introduce it to the general public. If you haven't watched preseason games, or I should say spring training games, or AAA games at all, or you haven't seen this yet or aren't familiar with the rules, this is a good way for them to kind of warm you up for it. Basically what it means is the teams will have the ability to challenge balls and strikes. You only get so many. I want to say teams get 2 or 3 challenges. The challenge can come from the hitter or the dugout or the catcher or the pitcher. So if the hitter feels like a ball was called, there was a strike call that he feels like was a ball, he can challenge that. All he's got to do is tap his helmet. Dugout can do the same thing, and vice versa. If there was a call that, maybe a ball for that puts a runner on base, or walks a guy in, walks in a run or whatever, that can be challenged by the catcher. I want to say the pitcher can challenge it, but it might be that only the catcher can. I need to go back and look. ABS, let's see. MLB ABS rules. I thought it can come from maybe it's the catcher and the bench or the hitter and the bench. Maybe the pitcher can't. But you can ask, do you want me to challenge it? So it is 2 challenges per game. Only the batter, pitcher, or catcher can initiate a challenge. So it's not the bench. Okay. Only the batter, pitcher, or catcher can initiate a challenge. Challenges must be made immediately after the umpire's call. Challenges cannot be signaled or initiated from the dugout. A computer animated replay generated by Hawkeye technology determines the pitch's location in relation to the strike zone. So they actually show it on the big screen in the stadium. So what happens is, let's say you're at the plate, you're the hitter, umpire calls a strike on the inside, you think it was a ball, you immediately tap your helmet, you're like, no way, bro, that was inside. There was a couple of calls in this Cleveland series. Altuve was pissed about one. He could have immediately challenged it, and they'll immediately show the replay on the screen. And then they'll, like we get the luxury of fans at home. You're watching, and I love the Astros. Blummer and Todd Callis have a great saying where they're like, well, they didn't have to call that a strike when a ball's outside of the zone, and the umpires will call it a strike, or vice versa. Meaning it was a ball, you didn't have to call it a strike, but they did. So, and then they'll show us a replay. Well, that's kind of what happens now with his ABS, is that when it's challenged by the pitcher, catcher, or batter, they'll just put it on the screen. Just like that. They'll get a determination. And you get 2 of those for the whole team. The whole team. So you better choose wisely. You better make sure, because if you're one of them selfish sons of bitches that's like, that's a ball. They're like, nope, that was a strike. I'm like, look, I just cost my team a challenge. You better make sure that when you do that, you're choosing the right moment to use it. So, it says a computer replay is shown on the scoreboard and the umpire announces the outcome. If a challenge is successful, the call is overturned. The team retains its challenge. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It'll be fun, I think, for fans to see it though. See how it works. Let's see. What up, Brian? It's good to be back, brother. Let's see. Move to use ABS during All-Star game comes as a positive reception from the fans when the league successfully tested it during spring training. MLB testing ABS at levels in the minors. AAA. All-Star game will feature the same ABS rules as spring training. To signal a challenge, the pitcher, catcher, or batter will tap his helmet or hat to let the umpire know no help from the dugout. Yeah. ABS strike zone, 17-inch wide, 53% of the height, 27%. Strike zone depth is 8.5 inches from the center point of the plate. So, yeah, I guess they just use that technology there. Yeah. Okay. So, there you go. You're caught up on your headlines. Before we continue, what the shit? Before we go any further, I would like to very quickly say thank you. Oh, for Pete's sake. To a few folks. That's the wrong date, but whatever. Dirty bitch. So shut up. Dirty assholes. The shit is that? Oh my god. Hold up. What happened? I don't know what's going on here. This is absolute horseshit. That is not correct. That is not correct at all. Well, god damn it. Okay. Yep. Slides are all fucked up. All fucked up. Yep. Guess need to fix that. Get that fixed. So let's while I'm working on that, let me tell you what kind of got my goat a little bit. As we were coming on air, I saw a tweet from Vanessa Richardson. And she said something that, you know, I think sometimes they folks in her position sometimes like to, when you achieve a level of status in local media, sometimes let's just call it what it is. Sometimes you get a little cocky. And, you know, I don't want to say that was the case with Vanessa here, but I saw her tweet something out, and I couldn't help but see it and think to myself, that was kind of shitty to say. And maybe I'm reading this wrong, and maybe you guys can tell me if I'm looking too much into this. Maybe I am, and so maybe, you know, maybe I'm the one that. No, she's not promoting Progressive Insurance. Hold on, let me get this real quick. Make sure this works. Did it work? Yes. So this was the tweet. Oh, shit, where'd it go? Oh, there it goes. Wrong one. Wrong one. Here we go. This is what she tweeted out. Seemed innocent enough, I think, upon first glance. But then I think when you kind of stop and I think tone, it's hard to get tone, right? But, well, I'll just let you be the judge, but this was her tweet. I have a confession. I don't know who any of these streamers are. I don't understand what they do or where they're streaming and how they make money. And no need to reply to this explaining it because I don't care. Maybe I'm old. Now, to me, this is a bit condescending, at the very least. And like I said, as a guy who, achieved a level of success in radio, so I understand that sometimes when you achieve a level of success in local media, you can get a bit cocky. And I'm a guy who talks shit myself, so far be it from me to throw stones. But when I saw this, I thought, certainly you're better than this. First of all, you didn't, you sound kind of petty. All right. To me, she sounds basic. It first of all, she sounds like she's yelling at a cloud, but she also sounds like she's trying to talk down to what streamers do. Like, what I do is real, and what you do is not. Nor do I care what you do, but it's silly, and I don't understand it, but it's silly nonetheless, and it's silly. That's kind of what I got from it. Is it was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you obviously taking shots at streamers in general? And my first thought was, oh, sister, look, I don't do sideline reporting for the Rockets, but I've been in local media long enough. I hate to tell you this, now, present company excluded, but there's a lot of streamers that make a lot more money than you do, sis. You might want to zip it and throw away that fucking button. There's a lot of money in streaming. Not necessarily this stream, but there's a lot of people that do this that make a lot of money. And there's a lot of money to be made in this. Look, I'm not saying that I'm homeless and broke. I'm also not achieving Bill Gates' level of success. But I have managed to make a living over the last 5 years doing it too. Thanks to a wonderful community of people who dig what I do. So it's kind of a slap in the face for someone like her to go online and talk shit about it, like, very condescendingly. Like, we know what you do. You pretend like you understand basketball and then ask a bunch of basic ass questions and try to look pretty for the camera. We know what you do, right? Like, you pretend like you know sports and just, oh my God, and then, get buck wild on the road. Oh, I've heard stories. And embarrass some shit and do some wild shit. And, we know that. Oh, if I said too much, let me stop. Let me stop now before this escalates. But what I'm saying is, folks, I don't care. I don't care. You see the irony in that? Like, if you didn't care, then why the fuck did you tweet about it? That's like me just going on that diatribe and talking all that shit and saying all them things and then ending with, I don't care. Well, then why the fuck did you tweet about it? If you didn't care, why the fuck did you ask about it? You obviously care enough to tweet about it, which is what plenty of people are saying in the chat. How about, instead of being condescending and looking down your nose at shit you don't know about, you just ask some people that may be in the business that you might know. Or just ask in general without sounding like a asshole. I was going to use my favorite word, but then it would have came across as sexist. Hey, Total Dallas. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Total Dallas said, look how easy streamers make money. Thank you for the $5 super chat, brother. Much appreciated to you. This is the crazy thing, is that I admit freely, when I first saw streaming, I didn't fucking get it. Now, I talk shit, but I talk shit anyways. As a comedian and a smart ass, I talk shit. So this is what I do. And I would have never thought that I would have become a streamer, which is going to be wild if that's what she ends up doing. I swear to God, if she ends up on OnlyFans, I swear to God, first of all, I'm going to subscribe and I'm going to leak all her shit. All of it. Please, Lord, let her end up on OnlyFans. Please. 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 Let it get so bad. No, I'm not going to do that. Sounds like her boss has told her start a stream and she doesn't understand the value. No, I don't think
Hit
that's
a 1
it.
in the chat if you ever watched a live streamer before Mr. Laminix nightly chats during the vid.
Joe Pro said, put a 1 in the chat if you ever watched a live streamer before Mr. Laminak's nightly chats during the vid, during COVID. I admit, I didn't know shit about it. The Flip said, don't be hating, bro. Oh, yeah, it's exactly what the fuck I'm doing. Wild said, I'm sorry, I'm just getting in. Was she responding to someone specifically by this only? She said nothing wrong. No, it was just a tweet. I have a confession. I don't know who any of these streamers are. I don't understand what they do or where they're streaming and how they make money. And no need to explain because I don't care. Maybe I'm old. To me, Walt, it just smacks of condescending, holier than thou. What I do is real media and what they do is horseshit. Right? Now, again, far be it from me to cast a stone, because I will be the first to talk shit about people that I think are horseshit. And that do, you know, like I call out these fan bloggers all the time. I do. I'm the first to call out a fan blogger. I don't have a problem in doing it. I don't have a problem in admitting it. These are the cats that, you know, say we and post shit like, hey, I think the Astros should trade Kyle Tucker for Aaron Judge and Garrett Cole, and we will win 9 World Series. It's like, bro, would you shut the fuck up? And then they call themselves media, and then they get a press pass, and they cheer in the press box, and like it's just like, yeah, I no doubt I talk shit about them. Yeah, And that's part of it, Joe Pro. These streamers. So I think she's seeing some of this, and sounds like AV. So I don't know if she saw a list or if she saw like some streamers getting some love from the NBA, which is probably the case. But it just, hey, just because you don't understand it doesn't make it not a thing, doesn't make it not real. And yeah, I don't know. It just felt very condescending to me. I didn't even bother like looking at all the comments, but I feel like if I were to like comb through her comments, I guarantee you I could find some, you know, not so nice things that she said. So I don't know. Although people are kind of being mean to her too. Cringe. I don't care, but I'm going to tell everyone I don't care. Someone said you should be caring. Someone said they don't add much to society. Trust me. Then why tweet about it? This is wild. This is an interesting, yeah, this is interesting. Oh, there's one of the folks that watch this show on there chiming in a negative way. Very funny. Very funny. What's up, all text, no tweeting? I haven't seen you, Barry, in a while, and I almost fell out of my chair seeing all the white on your beard. I feel like just traveled to the year 2050. Well, it's worse, actually. I need to dye it again. The dye is starting to fade. Sounds like she heard the amount of money some streamers make. Yeah? Yeah? Who's more credible, a streamer or a company honk on a flagship station? I wish I could tell you a streamer. But honestly, the real answer, Joe Pro, it depends on the streamer or the honk and the station. Truly. It really does. Because, yeah, some of the streamers out there are just fans. And some of the honks are, legitimate. And they're doing their job. But they'll, they do as little or as much as they have to. Let's go. Breaking news. Former fledgling YouTube fuckface goes on misogynistic rant against Vanessa Richardson. No, never. Nope. Didn't do that. I was making a point. I just saw 1-1. Keith, I'm curious, bro. Who was it, or is it? Do you still follow them? Do you still watch them or stream them? Or was it a gamer, or is it a like a talking head? Keith put a 1 in the chat. So like Keith said, that they watched a live streamer before the nightly live chats that I was doing from ESPN 97.5. So I'd be curious to see who that was or is. Somebody chimed in and put hashtag Twitch in her comments and then promoted their stream. That's what I should go do. I should go promote this show right now. Be like, hey, just hashtag streamer. Just wanted you to know I'm talking shit about you and this tweet right now, live on Twitch and YouTube. I'm not going to do that. That would be so goddamn funny, though. Hey, just wanted you to know I'm talking shit about you. But yeah. I just thought that was kind of shitty, but it's whatever because I get it. That is, but you know what? Here's what I will say. This is what separates local talent that makes it, but will always be local talent from professionals who are very well respected and you can see moving on to bigger and better things, aka a Julia Morales. Could you ever see Julia Morales tweeting something like that? No. Or somebody like that. So that's kind of my point, is it's like, no, I get it, but she's like getting down on my level. You know what I mean? Like she's down in my level slinging mud, which I freely admit I do shit like that. I talk shit. So that's fine. If you want to talk shit, talk shit. I'll talk shit back. This is exactly what I just did for 15 minutes. So it's fine. Disagree with you. I think it's mighty presumptuous of you. But this is also what separates local, local folk from folks who, I don't know what the word I'm looking for. It's probably too mean to say. Brian said, Barry, yesterday's show, I had a friend come in your stream named Pensman Sports. He's one of my friends on YouTube. Oh, nice. I think I had seen him here before. Yeah, he came through. I think I had seen him here before. We were talking some baseball when he popped in. I used to watch DJ Academic stream before he became a dick. Bro, Amos, I went down this fucking YouTube rabbit hole watching the top 10 times DJ Academics almost got his ass whooped during interviews. That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. It was wild. It's crazy how much how brash he is and how unafraid he is to just talk shit to people. Couldn't believe it. That was wild. I wouldn't even say those with a wider reach. I would just say those who exude more professionalism and whose career arc probably has a bigger trajectory. We'll just say that. By the way, congratulations to Jalen Williams and the Thunder. Jalen Williams agreed to a 5-year max rookie contract extension worth $287 million. That on the heels of Chet Holmgren signing a max rookie extension for $250 million on Wednesday. That on the heels of the Thunder locking up SGA on a 4-year, $285 million Supermax extension. So the Thunder have locked up their big three, so to speak, for the better part of this decade. So if that's the formula, if they're the unbeatable trio, well, they're going to be unbeatable for the next 5 years, at least. SGA is 26, Jalen Williams 24, Chet Holmgren 23. So that's that. Now, what's going to be interesting is now that they're locked up, let's see what the Thunder can do as far as depth and what they put around them. That's going to be the key. That's going to be the trick. Now, the salary cap is supposed to go up, I believe, next year. It's supposed to be a significant increase, I think, starting next year. NBA salary cap for 2025-26 is $154 million, a 10% increase. Luxury tax levels 187. Increase primarily due to the 11-year, $77 billion media rights deal with NBC, ESPN, ABC, and Amazon. That's for the 2025-2026 season. So it went up 10%. So yeah, that's a pretty steep jump. Luxury tax is $187 million. First apron's $195. Second apron is $207. It says the teams were also informed that those below the luxury tax projects to receive $11.5 million distribution from the 10 tax-paying teams. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how they maneuver that. Yeah, they're going to lose Dort and Caruso, key role players. Well, that's what I mean. The thing is, though, I wish I could find the website. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Team summary. Elimino P. There it goes. Oklahoma City draft picks. They got a lot, ladies and gentlemen. So that's part of it is 2026 first round, here, let me see if I can zoom in on this for you. Let me see. There you go. Two most favorable of OKC, Houston 5 through 30, and the LA Clippers. Then the other to Washington. So the two, and then they get the most favorable of OKC, Dallas, and Philly. Second most favorable to Phoenix and least favorable to Washington. So they get, let's see, two most or more favorable of Oklahoma City, Houston 5 through 30, and LA Clippers, then the other to Washington. That was Philly's 5 through 30 from Houston. Utah 9 through 30. So that's 3. So they've got 3. So they get 2. They got 2 picks in the first round of 2026. 2 in 2027. 1 or swap for Dallas in 2028. one in 2029, one in 2030, and then their own in 31 and 32. So, I mean, like, they're in good shape over the next 3 years because they've got 2 first-round picks in 27 and 2 in 26. So, that's probably part of this is that those role players, well, they're going to have to rely on young guys. But when you think about it, of those 4, I mean, 2 of them are probably going to be okay. 2 of them have to stick around at least. And they've done a pretty good job of drafting. So, yeah, they've got 3 second-round picks in 2028. Damn. 4 first-round picks in 2029, or 4 second-round picks in 2020. They've got a lot. 4 second-round picks in 2030. Like, yeah, they're still stacked. They still have a ton of picks. This is a dope-ass website, too, by the way, if you're into that sort of thing. Let's see, if you were curious about the Rockets, let's see what the Rockets have. Rockets have their own pick, 1 through 4, if it's their own. If not, it goes to OKC. Second round pick to OKC if using 1 through 4 in 2026. And then their own or swap for Brooklyn's pick in 2027. And their own in 2028. 2 most favorable of Houston or Dallas and Phoenix. And then the other to Brooklyn. So, and they got no second round picks in 30 and no second round picks in 32. So, and then their own first round picks the rest of the way. So, 2 first round picks in 2029. So, Rockets still have some draft capital too. And OK seems to have a solid talent evaluation process. Yeah, they remind me like remind me kind of like, I hate to say this, they remind me of the Astros in a way. Really good scouting. They've done a great job. They don't miss a lot. They haven't missed. Done a pretty damn good job so far. Okay. Really fast before we get into, I had a couple other things I wanted to touch on, including I have some videos. I have a film session. Yeah, we hadn't done one of those in forever. So I have a film session. Before we do that, I do want to say thank you to everybody that sent in Thankful Thursdays all the way back to June when the vacay started. And this was all the way back, if you look at the date there, June 26th. That's right, June 26th. The vacation started on that Wednesday. I think we had a show. That was the last show. That was the day Nora got in the wreck. And that was our last show. And then vacation started the following day. And you guys were still kind enough to send in Thankful Thursdays. And that included PP Dubs, my sweet, sweet Donna, Total Dallas, Sylvia, and Jen. All you guys sent in Thankful Thursdays to help support the show. Joe Bro said, film session, my pants just moved. All you guys sent in Thankful Thursdays, and I appreciate that immensely. And then the following week was 4th of July week. And you know what? I got to say, my sweet, sweet Donna, she did not forget. And love you to death, Donna. You're the absolute best. You are a G. And Donna's still sending a Thankful Thursday. And I am very much appreciative of that, Donna. Thank you so much for that. Your kindness, your generosity continues to amaze me. And I'm thankful to everybody that contributes to this show. I just want y'all to know that it is appreciated immensely, and it is I don't take it for granted. I just want you to know that I don't take it lightly. I don't take it for granted, and I thank you all for your contributions to this show. Because without you, this show doesn't exist and certainly doesn't stay on air. As much as I'd love to do this show for free, it is not something that can be done. CC said, not me. You didn't submit PTO. Fair enough. But also want to say thank you to everybody that submitted Thankful Thursdays for today, which included PP Dubs and Sylvia and Jen. So thank you to, and Donna. Damn it, I missed it, Donna. I just got it. I just checked my phone again, and Donna is on the list. She submitted it at 3:07, and the slide had already been made. So I gotta write Donna's name on the I gotta use the teleprompter. Let me see. How do I do that? I need the. I gotta. How the hell do you do this? Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's see if I can. Oh, I can't type it. Damn, I wish I could type it. Hold on. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that. Huh? 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 Who's fancy? Who's fancy? Boom! Like John Madden. Yeah, the slide had already been made, so I apologize. But thank you to Dubs, to Sylvia, to Jen, and to Donna for your Thankful Thursdays for the day. I appreciate you guys. Again, I do appreciate everybody that contributes to this show, whether it be Thankful Thursdays or your subscriptions to Twitch or Patreon or both or all or none. Just being here, watching, however you contribute from the bottom of my congested, but not terribly congested. I went to the doctor. Your boy's getting healthy. But from the bottom of my heart, I do appreciate you guys. And I love you guys. And thank you all for continuing to support the show. You hear that, Vanessa? Huh? You hear that? It's called community. It's called giving the people a good product. Flip said, type. What are you trying to be, a secretary? Yeah, no, you just put the fucking, you should be able to type on the telestrator. Somebody gift Vanessa a sub. No, don't fucking do that. Don't. That would be hilarious, though. All right. So let me do a Twitter download. Let's see. I'm just going to download it. I think that would be easier than trying to do it online. I think so. Yep. Oh, no. What the shit? What the? No, we don't want that. We want the whole thing. The whole kit and caboodle. Okay. Don't need the sound. So this somehow, I found this. Vanessa doesn't know nothing about community. Facts on facts on facts. Hey, love you, Nate. Appreciate you, buddy. Boop. Let's see here. Film sesh. July 10. Gonna save this in shows/videos. All right. Thought you guys might like a film sesh. We hadn't done a film sesh in forever. I mean, we did have, a video of Chad's stupid ass talking shit about barbecue. Like he knew something. Old dumbass Chad. But this is a little bit different now. This is something special. I tell you what. This is different. So I will say this. just be ready because it's a bit shocking, I guess you could say, to say the least, I guess. This is a fight between two guys. Now, one of them, what the shit? Uh-oh. Oh. Okay. Nope. What the shit is going on there? What the shiz is going on there? What the god dang it, son of a gun. So all right. There we go. Reset. Move that. Zoom out. Okay. Yeah. All right, this is gonna be kind of weird. Okay, why isn't this working? Well, okay. Not working that way. So be it. Oh, this is shitty. Shitty, I say shitty. Okay, let's see. Color correction. No. Color key. No. Color adjust. Well, that doesn't work either. What the shit? None of this works. Why? I don't know. None of it's working. Okay, we'll just remove that. Fuck it. We'll do it live. All right. Here you go. Here's your film sesh. Hope you're ready. I got you, Joe Bro. Joe Bro's like, come on, Laminac, you film tease. You're leaving me blue-eyed. Not blue-balled, blue-eyed. Well, get your lotion ready, Joe Pro. It's time.
And now it's time for a film session.
All right. Here is a film session for you. Oh, sorry. What color is your vehicle? Oh, fuck, I don't know. White? Sorry, the insurance is texting me for Nora. I know it was. Okay. Sorry. So this is for those of you that are new to film sessions. Let me explain what's going on here. Back in the day, we used to break down all kind of videos, fight videos, funny videos, or whatever. Kind of morphed into just fight videos, and that's what this is. Now, this is a bit different of a fight video. Okay, this is a fight video between a man who stands on principle and a man who stands on two fake legs. Yep. That's what this is. So, yeah, let's zoom in first of all. And I'll just, well, as we always do with these, we're going to let the video play first. I'm going to let you watch it. And then we're going to break down the video. Okay, so you just watch it in its entirety, and we'll watch it together, and then we're going to break down the fight. So here it is. There you see the man with no legs front there. I guess I could telestrate this. Now that I've got the telestrator, that does make life easier, doesn't it? Oh, yeah, we got to clear that. Here you see the man with no legs there, and he's got a bike, too. Which I would think that it would be, whoa, hey, don't you rush at me. He's like, don't push my bike. Bitch, I'll slap you with this speaker. That's a weird thing to threaten somebody with. So, yeah, he's pretty nimble, though. I like that everybody else is just going about their business in the background like it's nothing. And my man here. At first, when I saw this, I was like, oh, he put his kickstand down. Wait, nope, that's his leg. There's the kickstand. I didn't know. Don't judge me, chat. Oh, so much to break down here. A lot of wolf tickets being sold right now. The guy that made this video is hilarious. He keeps making fun of that man on the right shoes. These shoes right here. He keeps a reference and he calls him Amazon shoes. He'd be like, yeah, you can see Amazon shoes is squaring up. He keeps calling him Amazon shoes. The commentary was pretty good, but I was like, I'm more interested in breaking down the fight myself. Like this kind of shit. Like this kind of shit is like what are you doing? What are you doing? But Amazon shoes. He keeps getting pop. He keeps getting punched, man. Dude with them falsies keeps getting punched in the face, man. Okay, uncalled for. Like, okay. Man, dude with no legs got no defense too. Now, look at Pooh Shiesty jumping in wanting something. He's like, hold up, bro. He ain't doing shit. He's still referencing the Amazon shoe. What the fuck is that, bro? He just not, now it's 2-on-1? Damn, son. Oh, his leg came off. His leg came off. Both of them came off. Both legs came off, bro. And they broke a potted plant. Oh, my God. Bro. Okay. Let's break this down, kids. Shall we? Joe Rose said, one in the chat if you've ever gotten into a fight while wearing stilts. I want to guess those were sheetrock stilts. Has to be, Joe Pro. Has to be. You were fighting in sheetrock stilts. That would be my guess. Alex, there should be a guy with bionic arms to make it even. Okay, never mind. And then he puts a 1 in the chat. Why do guys square up like that? Yeah, we're going to address that. And then Beheaded also said, who fights a man with no legs? Hold on now, Pimp. He's got legs. He's got legs. Skirt, 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 skirt. He's got them. They're just, your non-traditional style of leg. It's just more of a, it's a non-traditional type of leg. So this is the precursor to the fight. This is just a bunch of wolf tickets being sold. This is just two dudes yipping and a yapping, right? Which really makes for a boring film session. But there are some lessons to be learned here. First lesson is, why is the white girl in this? What is she doing? I'm going to need Strawberry Pound Cake to sit down and get the fuck out the way. Okay? She's not fighting nobody. She needs to just get the fuck out the way and let the men have this discussion. Just go get somewhere. Okay? No, you don't need to get in the middle of this. You don't need to get hurt. Just go get somewhere. Okay? First of all. Second of all, I need to know. Stop calling that man Lieutenant Dan. I need to know why that flinch wasn't shit. You didn't scare the man. Why is your hands like this, bro? What defense is this? This is supposed to be the Philly shell. Let me explain to you something about boxing. All right. Now, again, I'm not a professional boxer, right? But the Philly shell, what the Philly shell does, it allows you to use your shoulder, okay, as your defense. So as your opponent throws his jab, right, you block it with your shoulder. So you're protecting. I always teach you guys to put your hands up, right? There you go. So I always teach you guys in a fight, put your hands up like this, right? So keep your feet spread apart, and you should have your hands up by your chin. In the Philly shell defense, when your hand is, your shoulder comes up, because remember, your hands are up to protect your jawline. That's why your hands go up in the first place. Hands come up to protect your jawline. That's the whole reason your hands are up in the first place. Hands up, chin down, your jawline. That's the button. Remember, button is how you get knocked out. Hands up, chin down. It's harder to knock you out this way. So when you're fighting, this is what it looks like, right? Philly shell defense, when you do this shoulder right here is what's protecting your jawline right here. So that's why he's got that stance, supposedly. So when you do a Philly shell defense, you move this way. You're using your shoulder. So when a jab comes or a hook or whatever, this shoulder is protecting this jawline. Now you can jab, right? You can do whatever. You roll, but you can still set up a hook, right? But that's what it's supposed to be. But your hand is not supposed to be down at your waist. And oh, by the way, your shoulder... Let me back it up a little bit here. When you're in the Philly shell, your shoulder is not supposed to have that much gap in it. That defeats the whole purpose of the Philly shell. If my man was to throw a jab right here, or a hook, or an overhand right, that's night time. I mean, you're wide open. So you're trying to, he recognizes that that's a Philly shell. He thinks he's doing a Philly shell, but he's not because his chin, his jawline is wide open. So he needs to have his chin tucked still if he's going to do that. Sloppy, bro. Sloppy. But I just wanted you guys to know or recognize that that's what he's trying to do. So when you say who squares up like that, that's what he's trying to do, is like a modified Philly shell defense or something like that. That the problem is it's not effective if you keep your hand down by your waist. How you gonna throw a hook when your hand's at your waist? Now you're just looping punches. And you can defend up here. That's fine. If you want to keep it in the center, but you really should have it on the side so you can throw a jab. It's just sloppy. It's just, this is a dude that watched a boxing video and never went to a gym to practice it. Okay. I'll give him credit though down the line here in the video. But so we'll continue here. Now, what's wild is, what kind of bike is this? This is what I need to know. We can get through all this yipping and the yapping and threatening with the Bluetooth speakers and shit. What kind of bike is this? I need to know, is this a bicycle? Is this a motorbike? Is this an electric bike? This thing is dope. I kind of need me one of these. That's kind of smooth. It is. It's kind of dope. And why is this 4-on-1, by the way? This looks like it's 4-on-1. There's 4 dudes. And, so this is an e-bike? Hold up, pimp. E-bike. So they make these. Let's see. E-bikes. E-bike. Them bitches is expensive. What? Let's see. Blue e-bike. Ermagerd. Well, that's not exactly it. No, that ain't it. That's Total Dallas's e-bike. You ain't shit, Laminack. Leave him alone. I don't see it. Oh, is this? This might be it. Damn, they're like $1,400? Yo, that's crazy. Nah, son. And you still got a pedal, though. You still got a pedal. Dude with no legs ain't pedaling. It looks like you got a pedal, though. He's still got pedals on this bitch, though. You see the pedals on it? Oh, it's optional? Oh. It's got a light on the back. That's crazy. So you plug it in. Look, I like that they're having separate conversations during this too. You know what I mean? Like they're in the back arguing. He's over here talking to his crew. Everybody's arguing. He's like, well, get off. He's like, I just feel like the conversation goes something like this. He's like, man, I'll bust you over the head with this Bluetooth speaker. He's like, well, come on, man. Get off the bike. I'll beat you with one of your legs. He's like, oh, bitch, no, you won't. He's like, you're right, I won't. I'll beat you with both of your legs, bitch. What? Come on, Stumpy. What, bitch. He's like, I'll beat you with one of your girlfriend's titties. I know you didn't let him talk to me like that, baby. He's like, well, hold on, girl. You the one over here with your boobs out, okay? You the one that wore the dress. I told you don't wear the fucking dress. She's like, you better defend my honor. He's like, bitch, I told you don't come to this in the first place. It's 4-on-1. Just give me a damn minute, okay? He might be 4-on-1, but he ain't got no legs. You got 2 legs, he ain't got no legs. It's even, okay? It's a fair fight. He's like, bitch, square up, get off the bike. He's like, come on, man. I'll pop a wheelie on your ass. He's like, why don't you pop a leg, motherfucker? So this is crazy. This is what I don't understand, okay? Okay. Yeah, that's so wrong. What is that? What is that? Bro, what is this? I don't understand what this defense is. Why are you posturing? He's not a bear, bro. You don't have to get big like, wow, leave me alone. What is that? Why are you posturing up like a bear showed up and you have to scare him off?
Got a nice.
Like, what is that? Oh, bro, what are you trying to accomplish? That just has never made sense to me in a fight. All that rigmarole, just bust his ass in the mouth. That's all you got to do. All that right there. All that. Man, come on. This is just punch him. Fuck it. All this right here, right there. That, man, punch that motherfucker. Pow! Put a stop to all that shit. He's like, I'm going to give you 6 more chances, and then I'm going to beat your ass. He was like, 6 more chances? He said, I swear to God, I'll start a fire with your legs. What? I know you didn't. He's like, come on, matchsticks, make a move. He's like, what, bitch? Your girlfriend's fat. He's like, yeah, well, she's got 2 legs, motherfucker. Hey, that's enough. I heard enough of yo yapping. See, this is what's crazy. Oh, okay. Now that was a swing right there. So here's the thing is this is where we need to talk a little bit about like defense and stuff, right? So he's like, yeah, you talking. Now, right here. Okay. Right here. Let me get back up a little bit here. Right there. You see that? Don't ever let somebody do this to you. Let me explain why. Okay, this is really important in a street fight. All this talking and nonsense, I believe that's what they call a city bike. There's ones that you can use in big cities downtown. Oh, okay. Hey, what's up, Tony? As for when there are batteries. Oh, I got you. Here's why this is important in a fight, especially if you're fighting somebody that knows how to fight. Okay, you are an opponent. I am fighting you. If I put my hand out and do that kind of thing, what that gives me, that's a range finder. If I'm back here, I really don't know the range. I got to reach. I can get off balance or whatever. But if I can put my hand out and touch your face, now I know range, right? So if we're moving around and jawing and stuff like that, but I can put my hand out and touch your face one time, well, now I know range. So now I know I can just throw a jab and connect. Don't never let somebody put their hand in your face and get that close to you. If they go to do that, you push it away and back up. Even if you're not going to throw, don't do that. Don't let them do that. Because if they happen to know how to fight, you just let them find their range. This is very important. That's a range finder. Now, it just so turns out that Legs don't know how to fight. He was just talking shit. But for some people, that's just a range finder. And you'll see that they may not use their hands by doing that. But what they'll do is they'll just put their hands up. Like, hey, I don't want any problems. And if you see somebody doing that, like with 2 hands, they probably know what the fuck they're doing and you should back up. Because they're definitely finding their range. And they're going to draw their hands back, bow, and hit you with a jab. Don't ever let somebody do that to you, though. I promise you. That's not good. So there we go. So he hits him with that little, he knocks his arm out the way, which whatever. That's when the altercation starts. So yeah, right there, see? And see, he did it right back. Now, maybe Legs knew something because he was like, no, you're going to get your hand out of my face. But he moved forward and closed the distance right away, too. So, now, I wish I saw the move. I wish he wouldn't have put the thing on the screen because I wanted to see what Legs did when he rushed him. I wish I would have seen what he did to rush him because he was really not throwing any punches as he moved forward. He just moved forward. Here's the thing, though. At some point, like when you're backing up like this, you got to have a plan. There's only so far you can back up, and there's this thing in boxing and in MMA, they'll tell you it's called circling out, right? It's called circling out because if you're backing straight up, we've talked about that before too. You never want to go straight back. I can step on your toe, bow, and you'll probably fall down. I can step on your foot, punch you in the face, you're going to fall down. I could shoot if I'm a wrestler and take you down because your momentum is already carrying you that way anyway. So if I know jujitsu, if I know judo, if I'm a wrestler, and I've got you backing straight up, you're fucked. Even in a street fight. If I'm a boxer, now I have the advantage because I have your momentum going that way. It's really, really bad to back straight up in a fight. So what you want to do is what they call circling out. All right. So circling out is just real simple. If somebody's got you backing up, all you do is this. You just, instead of going straight back, you just circle out. Just take a circle. Just circle out. Boom. Just move out of the lines. All right. So you like this. That dude's coming at you. Circle out. Just get out of the line. It's that simple. It's that simple, right? So they're just coming at you, just instead of going straight back like this, where they can step on your toe, you just circle out. Just one little move. Just kick a back leg out to the left or to the right. Circle out. Now, the smart play is to circle away from their power hand. So in this case...
You punch no legs again.
I love it. In this case... You could see dude with no legs. His power hand is his right hand. So, no, I'm sorry. It's his left hand. Yeah. His power hand is going to be his left hand. So it's whatever their power hand is, whatever their back shoulder is. So if they're standing with their front foot as their left foot, then it's their right hand because their right shoulder is back. If they're standing with their right foot forward, their left shoulder is back, then it's their left hand is their power hand. So you just circle away from their power. And this is where it gets buck wild though. This is crazy. So this is the one that tripped me the fuck out. This stance is crazy because this dude really looks, this stance right here is crazy. That's like a super wide stance. Like this Pooh Shiesty looking dude. I don't know what this. There's a lot of head movement, a lot of good head movement. I ain't gonna lie. That's a good head movement. It's a real good head movement. Wide base. You're definitely not getting taken down. But I don't know what he was doing with that, with them fists or whatever the fuck he was doing. He wasn't gonna get no power on his punches. I'm surprised the dude with no legs just dove in like that. He was just like, fuck it. He just said, ah! But did you notice how he threw the punch? Watch how he throws the punch. Watch how he throws the punch. Again, what are we talking about? Always throw your punches straight. Watch how he throws the punch. Watch the dude with no legs how he throws the punch. Here it comes right here. My man in the... with the dreads was holding his own. But watch how dude with no legs throws the punch. Here it comes right here. He's going to take this fist and he's going to rear it back and he's going to swing it around like that. Remember, it's pow. That's what you want. Straight shots. Don't loop that bitch. Watch what happens. Swing. No, that ain't going to get it. But 2-on-1, they tackled his ass, but he gets up. Off comes one leg. which, here we go. One more time. My man got lucky. He moved out the way. He didn't want none. So down goes Frazier. Off comes that leg. Boop, there it is. I don't know when this other leg. Oh, there it goes right there. That's a damn shame. But he still gets him on the ground for a minute. My man stands up. He gets some clearance from all four guys, which is smart, by the way. But what's crazy is if you look right. We didn't have the whole finish right there. Yo, my man was standing on stumps. Fuck business. He was standing on his stumps. I gotta know if that hurts or not. That's what I need to know. Does it hurt to stand on your stumps? I need to know that. I need to know. Are they like calloused up? Do they like, you know what I mean? Is it like, I don't know. Did he have to have him like shaved down? Oh, that's a good point. Gotta be like standing on your elbows. Cisco, 2 knees down, standing on business. You ain't shit, Cisco. It's got to be like standing on your elbows for real. The balance, though. Wide stance, bro, sucking on a lollipop. I believe he was. Love you, Donna. He should have put his stencil leg up. To his credit, at least the legs didn't get his feet crossed up. That's true. They never got crossed. They came off. They didn't get crossed. Yeah, B. Anderson, I feel like most of these guys are right-handed but fight southpaw because they don't know what they're doing. That's probably true because in a fight, you just freak the fuck out and, you know, a lot of people just don't remain calm. And me too, look, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of this shit I know, but man, you get in a fight, you panic. So this is why, you know, you gotta practice this shit. And man, I ain't fought in years. I hadn't trained in years. There ain't no telling. I'd probably get my ass whooped, right? I know all of this shit. I used to train all this shit. But if you don't go to the gym and you don't practice, you're gonna get your ass whooped. It's a fact. Because it's like anything. It's like if you own a gun. You can own a gun. But if you don't go to the range and practice, pull it and aim and fire, you're not going to use it right. The same thing. I'm teaching y'all all this shit because this is what I learned when I trained. And I trained under some badass people, man. I mean, I trained with Bob Perez, who trains Derek Lewis and Daniel Pineda and a ton of UFC fighters right now. Tons. Bob Perez is one of the best UFC trainers in the business right now. And he taught me everything I know. He's a hell of a boxing trainer before he ever became a Muay Thai and MMA trainer. So he taught me a ton of shit about multiple disciplines. And I trained under Travis Took, who was legit, and Chad Robichaux, but they were both legit BJJ guys. So, I mean, I learned a lot. But if you don't use it, it's like anything. I couldn't tell you right now if somebody walked up on me what the fuck I'd do. I just might turn into get off me. Get the fuck off me, man. Gotta know. Amos said, I need to know what the guy with no legs did and where this is. No one normally lets a handicapped person get their ass whooped without stopping it or jumping in. So no legs had to do something wild. Yeah, that's a good point. But I think, too, there might be some sort of bro code amongst his homies. Right? Like, we used to have some friends like that, Amos, where it was like, hey, man, just because I ain't got no fucking legs don't mean I can't handle my business. Don't be stepping in and fighting on my behalf, okay? I ain't no bitch. It's like, okay, bro. Well, you ain't got no shoulder, fam. Like you, you literally everything gone, man. This is like you couldn't even wear a bra, fam. It's a whoop. It's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck, man. I can handle it. It's like, oh, okay, bro. Better hope he only punches you on one side. Don't worry about me. Okay, man. We'll let you fight. We'll only jump in if they jump in. But if it's one-on-one, we're just going to let you get your ass whooped. Like we had, there were people like that. They just wanted to take their ass whooping. Maybe that was it. I don't need y'all's help. I got 2 good hands and 2 titanium legs. Fuck him. I got the advantage. Paul said Paul used to fight switchfoot on purpose to start the round. Damn. Yeah, dominant hand, jab, jab, left hand, switch. Yep. There are people that can do that. There are boxers that will do that to confuse people. And there are guys that I know, especially MMA fighters, who kind of like a switch hitter, that they, especially in a camp where, some fighters are good where they'll train fighting. They'll call it orthodox or southpaw, right? So orthodox is like your lead foot is your left foot. Your power hand is your right hand. So your jab is your left hand. So that's the orthodox. Southpaw is reverse. Your right foot is forward. Your left hand is your jab. And your right hand is your jab. Your left hand is your power hand. And there were guys that will train both ways. And the reason why you want to train both ways is if you're ever fighting the opposite hand, that becomes their power. So if you're orthodox and your power hand is your right and you're fighting a southpaw, think about that. If my lead is my left leg, left hand, and I'm fighting a southpaw whose lead is right leg, right hand, we're both matched up. He's got his left hand, left leg forward. What that does, especially in MMA, is it opens up the left kicks to the body, left kicks to the head, the jab, the hook. All that opens up. It changes the dynamic of the fight. And if you're getting ate up, for example, like if you're getting kicked, like maybe your lead leg is getting tore up, for example, it allows you to switch stances. Now you can take that lead leg that was getting tore up and move it to the back. And now you can fight, if you were fighting southpaw, now you can fight orthodox or vice versa. So there are some guys that will train so that they can fight either way. There was a guy in the neighborhood known for whooping ass that had no forearms, just hands, wrists, and top of arms. Damn. That's crazy. Yeah, you're going to step on each other's feet all the time. Yeah, that's the other thing, too, is you end up, you do end up stepping on each other's feet, but the power dynamic changes, too. And the strategy is very different when you have orthodox versus southpaw. In both boxing and in MMA, the fight strategy changes pretty significantly, too. So, Alec, brother man. I'm good, man. How are you, bro? Thank you for resubscribing for 22 months, my friend. You just missed what we call around here a little film session, my friend. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay, so I was going to do a private hour, but now looks like I am not. Okay, well, that takes care of that. So we got to take care of rental car stuff now, it looks like. So there you go. Alec, you can't be showing up at 5 o'clock, pimp. Oh, I was catching up on my YouTube chats. Papa won a lot of money from way bigger dudes on the boats. World War II. They were bored on a boat for a month. So yeah, I would bet you. I don't know if they do that now, but I could see that back in the day, that would be one of those things where they would just box or fight. I could see that. I could totally see that. Especially back in the day. Now I would think, sorry, I got like skin hanging off my thumb. Now I would think it'd be more like, hey, you want to play Madden? Back in the day, though, guarantee you was like, you want to box? Sure, I'll beat the shit out of you for $2 and a buffalo nickel. So, all right. Well, kids, that was a short but sweet week. Good to be back, though. My goodness. Good to be back. We will get after it next week. Back to it. You know what? I have not talked about the Durant trade. Thanks for the film session of Black Hank Hill's dad fighting. That's hilarious. Hold on. All right, fastest thing I've ever seen is a 70. Damn, that's crazy. B-handed, I promise you, next week we'll get into a little bit on the Rockets and Durant and their path forward. We just didn't get to it this week. The first day back was real short because of the power outage and insurance bullshit. And so, yeah, it's just a weird week, but we're going to get into it. So I promise you, I'll give you my thoughts on it next week. Also, by the way, programming note for next week, I'll be doing 3 days with my buddy Joel Blank on ESPN 97.5. So if you're local in Houston, you'll get to listen to me back on the radio with Joel on ESPN 97.5 Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week, which also means, though, there's no Barry on deck Wednesday or Thursday or Friday of next week. So it'll be a short week, but we're going to pack a lot of shit into this short week next week, I promise. So in the meantime, do me 3 favors until I talk to you guys on Monday, all right? Be safe. Be kind. And most importantly, love each other. Yeah. Oh, it was so good to be back, John Duryea. Thank you for coming back. That's what I should be thanking. Love you, Cisco. Thank you, Beheaded. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Flip. Love you, CC. And he's making a YouTube video.